It's a sticky August night in 2024, thunder cracking like it's auditioning for the apocalypse. My wife, Emily, is wrestling with her blueberry pie recipe. The kids are battling zombies on their tablets, and I'm on the porch, dreaming of a cold one staying cold. Then poof, the lights die. Not a flicker, not a warning, just darkness. My house is a cave, my beer's sweating, and my vibe? Officially wrecked. Welcome to Maplewood, where the lawns are perfect, the smiles are forced, and the queen of petty, Karen Mitchell, rules our homeowners association like it's her personal fiefdom. Karen's the type who'd fine you for breathing too loudly on her cul-de-sac. Her latest masterpiece? Cutting my power because my mailbox, brace yourself, is half an inch too tall. Half an inch. I'm sorry, Karen, did my mailbox personally offend your tape measure? I grab my phone, battery gasping at 10%, and call the power company. The operator sounds like she's reading from a script written by robots. Service suspended per HOA directive. Noncompliance. Noncompliance? I'm about to non-comply with Karen's entire existence. Now, here's the delicious little secret Karen doesn't know. I'm not just Jake, the guy with the rogue mailbox. I'm the CEO of Piedmont Energy, the outfit that keeps the lights on across half of North Carolina. Surprise, Karen. I don't advertise it. Nobody in Maplewood needs to know I'm the guy who could flip their grid like a pancake. I like my quiet life, my barbecues, my anonymity. But tonight, Karen's little power trip just lit a fire under me, and I'm ready to roast her reign of terror. I step outside, rain smacking me like it's personal, and spot Karen's house across the street, lit up like a Vegas casino. Of course her power's on. She's probably twirling her wine glass, cackling over her HOA rulebook. Oh, Karen, you sweet, delusional control freak. You've just declared war on the wrong guy. My family's in the dark. Emily's pie is a soggy tragedy, and the kids are whining louder than the storm. But me? I'm buzzing. Not with rage, with purpose. Karen's been bullying this neighborhood for years, fining Sarah for her kid's sidewalk chalk, slapping Mike with penalties for his work van like it's a crime scene. Tonight, it's not just about my lights. It's about every neighbor she's stepped on, every ridiculous rule she's wielded like a scepter. Inside, I light candles and spin a camping adventure story for Emily and the kids. They giggle, oblivious to the gears turning in my head. I fire up my laptop, hotspot my dying phone, and dive into Piedmont's systems. Karen thinks she's slick, using some dusty HOA clause to justify this blackout, but I know the grid like it's my backyard. There's a trail somewhere, emails, logs, maybe a sneaky deal or two. Karen's not the type to play clean, and I'm the guy who can trace her every misstep. While the storm howls, I'm already hunting, smirking at the thought of her smug face when I flip this game upside down. This isn't just a blackout, it's a wake-up call. Karen's had Maplewood under her manicured thumb for 5 years, fines for flower pots, warnings for unapproved birdhouses. A birdhouse, people. I think of my neighbors, good folks who just want to live without a clipboard tyrant breathing down their necks. Closing my laptop, I feel a spark, not from the grid, but from knowing I'm about to rewrite Karen's story. And trust me, it's gonna be a bestseller. Last night, I'm sitting in my dark house, rain hammering the roof, plotting against Karen Mitchell, our HOA overlord who thinks a half-inch mailbox violation justifies plunging my family into the Stone Age. My wife, Emily, is making the best of it, turning our blackout into a candlelit adventure for the kids. But me? I'm simmering, not just for us, but for every neighbor Karen's bullied with her rulebook tyranny. Oh, Karen, you've got no idea who you're messing with. By morning, the storm's cleared, but my house is still a powerless husk. I'm on my second cup of gas station coffee, because, yeah, no power, no Keurig, and I'm itching to dig deeper. Karen's stunt wasn't just petty, it smells wrong. See, I'm not just some guy with a grudge and a tall mailbox. I'm the CEO of Piedmont Energy, and I know the grid like it's my childhood treehouse. Nobody pulls a stunt like this without leaving crumbs, and I'm starving for answers. I kiss Emily goodbye, tell the kids to survive another day of board games, and head to my office downtown. Time to play detective in my own backyard. At Piedmont's HQ, I slip into my corner office, keeping it low-key. My team thinks I'm crunching numbers for next quarter, but I'm pulling logs from Maplewood's grid. Here's where it gets juicy. Karen didn't just file a complaint. She submitted a formal HOA request to suspend my service, citing community safety. Safety? From my mailbox? Give me a break. I smirk, scrolling through the data, because this is Karen's first mistake. She's left a digital footprint, and I'm wearing my best hiking boots. The request came through a back channel, flagged as urgent, with her name all over it. But something's off. The approval code doesn't match our standard process. Someone at Piedmont greenlit this without proper checks, and I'm betting Karen's sticky fingers are involved. While I'm digging, my phone buzzes. Sarah, my neighbor, texting about her own HOA drama. Karen slapped her with a $150 fine for excessive garden gnomes. Gnomes, people. Sarah's sweet, a single mom who pours her heart into her yard, and Karen's out here criminalizing ceramic elves. I fire back a quick reply. Hang tight, Sarah, karma's coming. Her text fuels me. This isn't just about my blackout anymore. It's about Maplewood's soul. Karen's been fleecing us for years, hoarding HOA dues for landscaping that looks like a toddler's art project. I'm done letting her skate. Back at the grid data, I spot something that makes my coffee taste sweeter. An encrypted email thread between Karen and a low-level Piedmont clerk, Brian. I crack it open. Don't ask how. Let's just say I know my systems, and boom, there's Karen, promising Brian a little thank you if he fast-tracks her request. A bribe? Oh, Karen, you amateur. It's not cash, she's too slick for that, but a gift card to some fancy golf club. Subtle, but shady. I save the file, my grin wider than the Grand Canyon. This is the first thread to pull, and I'm unraveling her sweater of lies. Meanwhile, across town, Karen's holding court at the HOA meeting, oblivious to my digital sleuthing. My buddy Mike texts me a play-by-play. She's railing about standards and eyeing new fines for unapproved porch furniture. Mike's fuming. Karen once dinged him $300 for a truck parked overnight during his move. I can picture her now, perched at the community center, her clipboard a scepter, neighbors nodding like drones to avoid her wrath. But not for long. I'm building a case, and every click brings me closer to flipping her world upside down. Back in my office, I cross-reference Brian's approvals. He's been bypassing protocol for months, all tied to Karen's urgent requests. Power cuts, meter tweaks, small stuff, but enough to harass anyone who dares plan a tulip without her blessing. My sarcasm meter's off the charts. What's next, Karen? Fines for blinking too fast? I lean back, plotting my next move. Confronting Brian's risky. He's a small fish, spooked easily. No, I need to go bigger, quieter. I draft an anonymous tip to Piedmont's compliance team, hinting at irregularities in Maplewood's accounts. Let them sniff around while I keep digging for the knockout punch. As the sun sets, I'm back home, still powerless but buzzing with adrenaline. Emily's got the kids making shadow puppets, and I join in, laughing despite the dark. But my mind's on Karen's glowing house across the street, mocking me. Not for long, Your Majesty. I'm coming for your crown, and I've got the grid on my side. It's been 3 days since Karen plunged my house into darkness over a half-inch violation, leaving my wife, Emily, to play pioneer mom while I plot the downfall of Maplewood's pettiest dictator. My fridge is a sauna. My kids are one candle away from a mutiny, and me? I'm fueled by coffee, sarcasm, and the sweet thrill of catching Karen in her own trap. Buckle up, because today, I'm peeling back her empire like a bad onion. It's a muggy Thursday morning in August 2024, and I'm living a double life smoother than a sitcom dad. At home, I'm Jake, rigging a borrowed generator to keep the kids' tablets alive while Emily heroically turns stale cereal into breakfast tacos. Across town, I'm Mr. Thompson, CEO of Piedmont Energy, gliding into my office like I'm not moonlighting as Maplewood's avenging angel. My desk is mission control, laptop humming, post-its multiplying, and a half-eaten bagel judging my life choices. Yesterday, I nailed Karen bribing Brian, a Piedmont clerk, with golf club gift cards to pull shady grid stunts. Today, I'm chasing the smoke to find her fire, because Karen's not just playing dirty, she's running a whole landfill. I dive into Piedmont's systems, my fingers flying like I'm cracking a vault. Karen's blackout orders didn't stop with me. I find 4 other neighbors hit this year, all for nonsense HOA infractions. There's Sarah, whose gnome garden got her a 48-hour blackout last April. Mike, my cactus-loving buddy, lost power for a day over his illegal work van. Mrs. Lopez, the sweetest retiree you'll ever meet, got slammed for her wind chime. Her meter was recalibrated to jack up her bill. And don't forget Tom, who dared to fly a flag Karen deemed too colorful. Too colorful? Karen, are you rationing rainbows now? My sarcasm's at peak performance. This isn't an HOA. It's a one-woman extortion ring, and I'm itching to pull the plug. While I'm sleuthing, my phone pings. Mike, live texting from Karen's latest HOA spectacle at the community center. She's pitching a new fine for non-compliant mailbox colors, waving her clipboard like it's a magic wand. Mike's losing his mind. She called my red mailbox aggressive, Jake. Aggressive? I snort, imagining Karen psychoanalyzing paint swatches. But it stings, too. Mike's a mechanic, grinding to keep his kids in school, and Karen's out here turning his mailbox into a felony. I text back, defend the red, man. She's going down. My blood's pumping, not just for me, but for every neighbor she's crushed under her kitten heels. This fight's personal, and I'm all in. Back at my desk, I follow Brian's trail, and oh, honey, it's filthier than a dive bar bathroom. Karen's emails to him are a masterclass in subtle sleaze. Phrases like, let's make this quick, I'll owe you one, paired with promises of a little something for his trouble. No cash, just vouchers, event tickets, and one gem. A complimentary spa day. A spa day, Brian? Really? You sold your spine for a lavender scrub? I'm cackling as I archive it all, each file a brick in the wall I'm building around her. But the real kicker's in Brian's logs. He's been mislabeling her requests as grid maintenance for months, tweaking meters and flipping switches to keep her happy. It's a pattern, and patterns scream guilt. Across town, Karen's still at her meeting, blissfully unaware I'm dismantling her throne. Mike texts again. She's now after Sarah's porch swing, calling it aesthetic disruption. Sarah's there, fighting tears, and my heart twists. Sarah's kid draws those chalk masterpieces Karen hates, and that swings their happy place. I picture Karen's smug nod as neighbors mumble agreement, too scared to push back. Not today, Karen. I'm not just fighting for my lights. I'm fighting for Sarah's swing, Mike's mailbox, Mrs. Lopez's chimes. Maplewood's not your playground anymore. I pivot to the HOA's finances, because if Karen's this bold with power, she's not knitting mittens with our dues. A quick, okay, slightly sketchy peek at their server shows $12,000 siphoned to Greenleaf Consulting over 2 years. Greenleaf. Sounds like a salad, but it's got no office, no reviews, just a mailbox in Raleigh. Shell company vibes, screaming Karen's name. My pulse races. She's not just a bully. She's a thief, skimming cash while preaching community standards. I flag the transactions, my smirk sharper than her manicure. This is dynamite, but I need it wired right to blow her cover without tipping her off. To cover my tracks, I fire off another anonymous tip to Piedmont's ethics board, pointing at meter discrepancies tied to Maplewood. Let them poke around while I line up my kill shot. But I'm careful. Karen's got eyes everywhere. Neighbors who'd rat me out for a pat on the head. I can't go public yet, not without an airtight case. If I move too fast, she'll slither away, blaming Brian or misunderstandings. No, ma'am, you're getting the full spotlight, and I'm rigging the stage. By evening, I'm back home, generator chugging like it's begging for mercy. Emily's got the kids coloring by flashlight, and I join them, sketching a cartoon Karen with devil horns. Emily laughs, unaware I'm waging a covert war. Across the street, Karen's house glows, mocking me, but I'm not mad. I'm motivated. Every what in her windows is a countdown to her reckoning. I think of Tom's flag, Sarah's swing, Mike's cactus, little pieces of us Karen's tried to erase. She's got the rule book, but I've got the grid, and I'm rewriting her story one snarky step at a time. It's day 4 of my personal blackout, thanks to Karen's obsession with a half-inch violation that's left my house darker than her sense of humor. Emily's juggling the kids like a saint. Our fridge is basically a pantry, and me? I'm running on fumes, sarcasm, and the glorious high of watching Karen's empire crack. Today's the day I tighten the screws, and trust me, it's gonna sizzle. It's a sticky Friday morning in August 2024, and I'm a man on a mission, splitting my life like a bad movie montage. At home, I'm Jake, the dad cobbling together PB&J dinners by flashlight while the kids turn our couch into a pirate ship. Emily's holding it together, but her sigh when the generator sputters says it all. She's over this pioneer life. Across town, I'm Mr. Thompson, CEO of Piedmont Energy, strolling into my office like I'm not orchestrating a suburban coup. My desk's a battlefield, spreadsheets, coffee stains, and a sticky note that just says, get her. Last night, I tied Karen to a fake company, Greenleaf Consulting, siphoning HOA dues like it's her personal piggy bank. Her bribes to Brian, my shady clerk, are already burning a hole in my inbox. Now, I'm ready to turn her game board upside down. I fire up my laptop, diving back into the HOA's finances, because if Karen's skimming, she's not doing it with finesse. Greenleaf's trail is a neon sign, $15,000 funneled over 18 months for landscaping advice, yet Maplewood's flower beds look like a yard sale reject. I cross-check the payments, and bam, they're wired to a bank account linked to a Karen M. Mitchell. Subtle, Karen, real subtle. Did you think nobody'd notice you're basically Venmo NG yourself? My sarcasm's doing cartwheels. This isn't a side hustle. It's a heist, and she's the world's smuggest bandit. I save the evidence, my grin sharper than her HOA violation notices. While I'm playing digital Sherlock, Karen's across town, terrorizing Maplewood at her weekly community betterment brunch. My neighbor Sarah texts me, her words dripping with dread. She's after my porch swing again, Jake. Says it clashes with the vibe. Clashes? Karen, your personality clashes with basic humanity. Sarah's voice cracks in my head. She's a single mom, pouring love into her kids' chalk art and that creaky swing. Karen's not just petty. She's cruel, picking fights with people who can't fight back. I reply, swing stays, Sarah. Trust me. My chest tightens. This isn't just about my lights anymore. It's about Sarah's smile, Mike's cactus, Mrs. Lopez's wind chimes. Karen's stealing us, and I'm done playing nice. Back at Piedmont, I pivot to Brian's mess. His emails with Karen are a soap opera. Her latest gem promises him box seats to a Hornets game if he handles another neighbor's meter. Handles? What are you, Karen, running a mob hit on electricity? I'm half laughing, half fuming as I dig deeper. Brian's been fudging reports for 6 neighbors, all Karen's enemies, tweaking bills and cutting power like it's a Tuesday chore. I find a log where he corrected Mrs. Lopez's meter to spike her bill by $200, right after she hung that tacky chime. Coincidence? Sure, and I'm the Easter Bunny. I archive it all, my pulse racing like I've downed a triple espresso. This is ammo, but I need it locked and loaded for maximum impact. Meanwhile, Karen's brunch is escalating. Mike texts me a photo of her holding court, waving a new community aesthetic proposal like it's the Constitution. She wants to ban cluttered porches, which Mike translates as anything with personality. He's seething. She pointed at my kid's bike, Jake. His bike. I picture Mike's son, all gap-toothed grins, pedaling that rusty thing, and my jaw clenches. Karen's not just a control freak. She's a dream crusher, turning our homes into her sterile dollhouse. I text back. Bike's safe, man. She's toast. My plan's taking shape, and every neighbor's story is fuel on the fire. I shift gears, knowing I can't just dump this on Karen yet. She's slippery, with half of Maplewood eating her for the community spiel. Instead, I plant more seeds. I draft a memo to Piedmont's audit team, flagged anonymous, hinting at external tampering with Maplewood's grid. I toss in just enough, Brian's name, a few dates, to get them sniffing without exposing my hand. Then I email our HOA treasurer, Lisa, under a fake name, asking innocent questions about Greenleaf's invoices. Lisa's no Karen fan. She's grumbled about budget mysteries before. If I nudge her right, she'll start digging, and Karen's house of cards gets a breeze. By afternoon, I'm buzzing, but I hit a snag. Karen's got allies. My phone lights up with a group chat, some neighbors, Karen loyalists, whining about troublemakers ignoring HOA rules. They're parroting her, calling out Sarah's swing and Tom's flag. It's a witch hunt, and I'm public enemy number 1 if I step wrong. I lean back, plotting. Going loud's tempting, but premature. She'd spin it, play victim, and I'd be the bad guy. No, I need her cornered, her lies in the open, where even her minions can't save her. I tweak my strategy. Amplify the whispers, let her paranoia do the work. As evening hits, I'm back home, generator coughing like it's got a cold. Emily's reading to the kids by lantern, their giggles cutting through my stress. I join them, playing pirate with a dish towel bandana, but my mind's on Karen's glowing house across the street. It's a dare, and I'm RSVPing with a vengeance. I think of Lisa's grumbles, Sarah's swing, Mike's bike, bits of Maplewood Karen's tried to erase. She's got her finds, her brunches, her fake smile, but I've got proof, a plan, and a neighborhood ready to snap. Her clock's ticking, and I'm winding it faster. It's day 5 of my blackout, courtesy of Karen's half-inch obsession, and my family's running on grit and generator fumes. Emily's a superhero, keeping the kids from staging a coup, while I'm neck-deep in a plot to topple Karen's throne. My fridge is a lost cause, my sarcasm's at Olympic levels, and my plan? Oh, it's humming like a live wire. Today, I'm setting the stage for her grand exit. And trust me, it's gonna be a showstopper. It's a sweltering Saturday morning in August 2024, and I'm juggling my double life like a caffeinated acrobat. At home, I'm Jake, the dad rigging extension cords to keep the kids' fans spinning while Emily whips up gourmet cereal with powdered milk. Her tired smile guts me. She's done with this dark ages nonsense, and I'm burning to fix it. Across town, I'm Mr. Thompson, CEO of Piedmont Energy, slipping into my office like I'm not Maplewood's secret vigilante. My desk's a crime scene, laptop glowing, papers scattered, and a cold coffee mocking my chaos. Yesterday, I nailed Karen funneling HOA cash to her own account via Greenleaf Consulting, plus her bribes to Brian for grid sabotage. Now, I'm weaving a net to catch her, and it's tighter than her HOA dress code. I dive into the HOA's server, don't ask, Justice bends a few rules, and Greenleaf's trail is practically screaming. Over $18,000 siphoned in 2 years, all signed off by Karen, with invoices vaguer than a politician's promise. Strategic planning? For what? Karen, your next power trip. I trace the bank account, and surprise, it's hers, barely hidden behind a P.O. box. My sarcasm's doing backflips. She's not just shady. She's practically auditioning for a scam artist biopic. But the real gem? An email from Karen to a consultant named Linda, promising discreet handling of community funds. Linda's address matches Greenleaf's mailbox. Jackpot. I save it, my grin wider than Karen's violation ledger. While I'm playing Cyber Spy, Karen's across town, ruling her Saturday HOA town hall like it's a royal court. Mike texts me, his words boiling. She's pushing a $500 fine for unruly lawns. My grass is fine, Jake. Unruly? Karen, your priorities are unrulier than a toddler on Red Bull. Mike's a dad like me, busting his hump to keep his family happy, and Karen's out here criminalizing crabgrass. I picture Sarah at the meeting, clutching her kid's hand, scared her porch swings next. My reply's quick. Mow on, Mike. She's done. My heart's racing. This isn't just about my power. It's about our homes, our lives. Karen's not a neighbor. She's a parasite, and I'm ready to fumigate. Back at Piedmont, I pivot to Brian's mess, because Karen's grid games are her Achilles heel. His logs show 8 neighbors hit with meter errors in a year, all Karen's targets, Sarah's gnomes, Tom's flag, Mrs. Lopez's chimes, even Lisa's loud dog. Loud. It's a poodle, Karen, not a foghorn. One entry chills me. Brian spiked Mike's bill by $150 after Karen flagged his son's bike as clutter. A bike. My blood boils, imagining Mike's kid, all scraped knees and big dreams, riding that thing. I archive the logs, my sarcasm masking a deeper fire. She's not just stealing watts. She's stealing childhoods, and I'm over it. At the town hall, Karen's doubling down. Sarah texts now. Near tears. She called my swing a liability. My kid loves it, Jake. Her words hit like a punch. Sarah's swing is where she reads to her son, where they giggle under the stars. Karen's not just petty. She's heartless, chipping away at what makes Maplewood home. I text back. Swing safe, Sarah. I got this. My plan's crystallizing. Expose Karen publicly, but not yet. She's got loyalists. Nosy types who'd tip her off if I move too fast. I need her overconfident, sloppy, thinking she's untouchable. So, I tighten the trap. I fire off another anonymous tip to Piedmont's audit team, this time naming Greenleaf as a vendor of concern tied to Maplewood's grid issues. I BCC Lisa, the HOA treasurer, with a fake account email asking about budget gaps. Lisa's sharp. She's grumbled about Karen's creative accounting before. If she bites, she'll dig, and Karen's paranoia will do the rest. Then I hack. Okay, access the HOA's mailing list and draft a vague community alert about financial reviews, scheduling it for Monday. It's subtle, just enough to rattle Karen's cage without showing my cards. Let her sweat, wondering who's watching. By afternoon, I hit a curveball. Karen's sniffing around. Mike texts that she's asking about disloyal neighbors, eyeing me since my mailbox stunt. My pulse skips. She doesn't know my role, but she's got instincts like a vulture. I play it cool, telling Mike to shrug it off, but I'm recalculating. If she suspects trouble, she'll cover tracks, shred files, lean on Brian, rally her minions. I need to accelerate, but quietly. I set up a burner account on Maplewood's forum, dropping hints about HOA overspending to stir chatter. Neighbors start biting. Tom vents about dues hikes. Lisa chimes in about weird invoices. The pot's simmering, and Karen's about to boil. As evening falls, I'm home, generator wheezing like it's begging for retirement. Emily's got the kids playing charades by candlelight, their laughter a lifeline. I join in, flopping dramatically as a zombie, but my mind's on Karen's glowing house across the street. It's a taunt, but I'm eating it up. I think of Mike's bike, Sarah's swing, Tom's flag. Pieces of us Karen's try to crush. She's got her rules, her town halls, her smug grin. But I've got evidence, momentum, and a neighborhood waking up. Her empire's shaking, and I'm the earthquake. Hey, Maplewood legends, Jake Thompson here, wrapping up my showdown with Karen Mitchell, the HOA tyrant who thought my mailbox was her personal apocalypse trigger. Before we dive into the grand finale, hit that subscribe button and join the rebellion. It's been a wild ride, and I want you all in the victory lap. It's day 6 of my blackout, thanks to Karen's half-inch vendetta, and my house is still a dark maze of extension cords and dwindling patience. Emily's a rock star, keeping the kids from going full Lord of the Flies, while I've been weaving a web to topple Karen's reign of petty terror. I've got her bribes, her fake company, her grid scams, everything but the bow. Today, I'm tying it up, and trust me, it's gonna shine brighter than Karen's ego. Let's roll. It's a blazing Sunday morning in August 2024, and I'm a man possessed, balancing my secret lives like a tightrope pro. At home, I'm Jake, the dad promising the kids ice cream if they survive one more camping day, while Emily shoots me a look that says, fix this or sleep in the garage. Fair, babe, fair. Across town, I'm Mr. Thompson, CEO of Piedmont Energy, sneaking into my office like I'm not about to rewrite Maplewood's history. My desk's a war zone, laptop whirring, notes scribbled like a mad poet, and a cold energy drink daring me to blink. Over the past week, I've nailed Karen siphoning $18,000 through Greenleaf Consulting, bribing Brian to rig meters, and bullying neighbors from Sarah's swing to Mike's kid's bike. Now, it's showtime, and I'm ready to drop the curtain. I kick things off with the HOA's server, where Greenleaf's scam glows like a neon bust. Karen's consultant, Linda, is a ghost. Same P.O. box, same bank account, same handwriting on the invoices. Handwriting, Karen? Did you flunk Crime 101? My sarcasm's in overdrive. She's not a mastermind. She's a suburban klepto with a clipboard fetish. I compile the financials, pairing them with Brian's logs. 8 neighbors hit with fake meter errors, all Karen's foes, from Mrs. Lopez's chimes to Tom's flag. The clincher? An email where Karen tells Brian to bury a complaint from Lisa, our treasurer, about budget concerns. Bury this, Karen. I'm your personal archaeologist. While I'm stacking evidence, Karen's across town at her Sunday HOA vision session, preaching unity like she didn't just find Mike for his rebellious lawn. Sarah texts me, voice shaky. She's charging me $200 for my swing, Jake. I can't afford this. My stomach knots. Sarah's kid needs that swing, their little escape from a tough world. Mike chimes in. She's got half the room clapping. It's a cult. I picture Karen, all shark smiles and power heels, neighbors nodding to avoid her wrath. My reply is swift. Hold tight, guys. Justice is coming. This isn't just my fight. It's Maplewood's, and I'm swinging for the fences. Back at Piedmont, I've finalized my kill shot. I've got Karen's bribes, Greenleaf's fraud, and a paper trail tighter than her HOA bylaws. But she's slippery. Confront her now, and she'll cry, misunderstanding, rally her loyalists, and skate. No, ma'am, you're getting a public reckoning. I bundle the evidence, screenshots, logs, emails, into a zip file labeled Maplewood Truth. Using a burner account, I email it to Lisa, CCNG the HOA board and Maplewood's forum mods, with a note. Time to audit our leadership. I schedule a second blast for Monday's HOA meeting, ensuring every neighbor gets a copy. Subtle? Nah. Effective? Bet your lawnmower. To seal the deal, I call in a favor at Piedmont. My compliance chief, Rachel, owes me for covering her last audit. I slip her the Brian files, flagged as urgent fraud. By noon, she's launching an internal probe, and Brian's sweating bullets. He's small fry, but but he'll flip on Karen faster than a pancake. Across town, my forum posts are working. Neighbors are buzzing about missing dues, Lisa's asking questions, and Karen's allies are quieter than usual. I smirk. She's feeling the heat, and I'm the thermostat. By afternoon, the tide's turning. Lisa replies to my burner email, promising a full review at Monday's meeting. Tom posts on the forum, calling for transparency. Even Mrs. Lopez, usually silent, comments about funny bills. Karen's empire is wobbling, and she doesn't even know I'm the quake. But I'm not done. I draft a community petition, anonymous, demanding an HOA election. It's a long shot, but if Lisa pushes, it'll force Karen to face the music. I upload it to the forum, and within hours, it's got 20 signatures. Maplewood's waking up, and I'm cheering from the shadows. As evening hits, I'm home, generator on its last legs. Emily's got the kids painting rocks by candlelight. Their giggles my fuel. I join them, smearing blue on a pebble, but my mind's racing. Karen's house glows across the street, a final taunt, but I'm not bitter. I'm electric. At 6 p.m., Rachel texts, Brian's confessed, naming Karen as his advisor. At 7, Lisa emails the board, calling an emergency audit. By 8, the forum's exploding, neighbors sharing stories of fines, outages, fear. Karen's grip is slipping, and I'm the nudge that broke it. Monday's meeting is a bloodbath, figuratively. Folks, keep it YouTube safe. Lisa presents my evidence, not knowing it's mine, and the room erupts. Karen stammers, blaming clerical errors, but Brian's confession lands via Rachel's report, and Greenleaf's bank trail seals her fate. Neighbors boo, demand her resignation, and by night's end, she's out, replaced by Lisa. The crowd chants for an election, and Maplewood breathes free. At 10 p.m., my power flicks on Piedmont's error fixed, courtesy of Rachel. Emily cheers, the kids dance, and I step outside, staring at Karen's house, now just another glow in the night. Maplewood's ours again. Sarah's swing sways, Mike's bike rolls, Mrs. Lopez's chimes sing. Karen's packing her reign of memory. I never told a soul I was the spark, and I don't need to. The light's back, and it's brighter than ever. What's your wildest HOA win? Drop it in the comments, and let's celebrate. If this saga lit you up, share it, subscribe, and let's keep the vibes free.